Hi guys, it's Steve from Steve's Small World. Today we're going to do part one of a series of probably 3 videos looking at making resin cast moulds and casting resin. So where do we start? Well, we have to start with something to cast, obviously. The first thing I ever cast was one of these, a plinth. It's got air bubbles in it and things, but it clears up quite easily afterwards. Since then I've learnt quite a lot and I've got rid of most of the problems. Hence I've left it a little while to start making these videos. I have to say thank you to Welder 28mm, sort of proved that it can be done without all the expensive equipment. And to Tom for a few tips, and other people in the community have given me little tips of things to do that all help the process, so hopefully I can pass these on to you. Right, first thing we need to do obviously is make a master. Well, those were the first things I cast. I've actually made some new masters. So I'm going to do some unslotted plinths. With these I've filled in more of the edges, so you've still got the brick joints. They're not quite as deep, so you're not going to get the silicone gripping into it and ripping when you try and take them out. Shouldn't get so many air bubbles in it. So fingers crossed when we come to that. These are actually made of foam core, then sealed up with Mod Podge. I'm going to give these another coat to make sure they're nice and sealed. The easiest things I found to cast were things like bases. I've got a lot of non-playing characters for the inn and things to do, so I thought, right, let's make some bases. So I've got myself a disc, MDF disc, 25mm, did some coffee stirrers, scrapes in the wood pan, so I over-emphasised it, slightly cartoony so it stands out a bit more. Then stuck these down, sealed it all up with some satin varnish, just to make it nice and strong and non-porous. Things to think of when you're doing masters: has it got any loops I suppose, anything where when you pour in your rubber it's going to join together, and then when you come to take it out obviously it's trapped. So you can get around that if you've got things like jerry cans and things like that you want to cast, and where you've got the handle you can always put a little bit of midi part or something in, so the silicone actually sort of does that. So you've got a gap in the middle, you can always cut these little bits out. You can do it with bigger stuff as well, put a piece of plastic card in, plastic card even, so the rubber, when you pull it, the mould out, will separate. Obviously you don't want to go in too deep into a recess and then have to come out around. There's things to think about. You get to know how far you can push it. I like pushing my luck, so they say. Right, so that's pretty much all to say on masters. Main thing is to make sure they're sealed. These are cast and they come out pretty good, so I'm happy with them. So what I'm going to do is get these sealed up, and then we'll come back on the next stage and we'll make a casting box, get them stacked down, and we'll get the cat's bum out the way, and we'll look at doing the silicone rubber side of it and have a little discussion on rubbers. Can I say that? Right, I'll see you then. Cheers. Right, a resin casting box. Basically you need a tray of some kind to hold the rubber together so it doesn't just pour everywhere. Obviously you need to trap it in. You can use old food packaging. You can use Lego and then seal it up with a bit of hot glue. I tend to quickly knock up a mould, so I've got a piece of stiff plastic, some foam core. These are being reused because I've already made a box once with these. So we'll just whack a little mould together. Try not to knock everything off the table. There we go. Oops, dodgy. Right, so just whack some hot glue around it. Like that. We've got another one there. And another one to come that way. Okay. So let's do this one first. Hot glue down there. As you can tell, I'm being very accurate here. I'm just whacking it on. Get it on while it's nice and hot. Right. sure you don't stick yourself to it. And the last one, put on there, put on there. See it strings up afterwards. This is lovely messy hot glue gun, this one. I do need to change it to something a bit better. And then I realise it fits on the inside. Okay, never mind. That's life. Right, it's a box. It's a holy box, but it's a box. So we've got to seal this up. This is the way I tend to do this. First of all, let's work our way. Bring a lot more glue. Put that in. Whack it down here. Seal that. Whack across. Like that. This is the outside seal. You can get away without doing this. You could just do the inside seal. I just overkill it. Price a bit of hot glue. It's better to be safe. All right, corners. Don't worry about the lumps on the side. So I tend to trim the mould afterwards anyway, just to tidy it up. Don't have to, but that's the OCD kicking in, I think. Right. Voila. So I have to get rid of all the odd shreds. There's a bit there, it's a bit unsealed. I should have put that the other way round, but just seal that up where the cards come off. Just rub it down with the nozzle. So I said we're going to cut the sides of the rubber afterwards anyway. So it's a good use of scraps. There you go. Pretty good to me. Have another look around. Just checking for any possible gaps. That's good to me. Right. Obviously, I've worked out roughly that this would fit. Not going to get much cutting space. Should have made it possibly a little bit bigger. So have a look. Yeah, I think that'll work. Right, so I'll get these sealed up, and the next part we'll come back and getting the rubber mixed up and pouring it in. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's put the camera up so you can see who you're talking to first of all. You're talking to a box. That's better. Right, as I was saying, please like, share, subscribe so you get notifications for the next parts of these videos. Please get it out there. I will go through the types of rubber and everything in the next part. I've got a couple I haven't played with yet that I'm looking forward to. And I will see you then. So take care and have a good week crafting. Cheers!